Well, I'm guessing we're deeper into the cave. It's Act Two, so they kind of gave us a new gimmick, and the cart kind of makes sense. We're deeper down in there. Maybe some ancient miners just left the cart there.
Yeah, and every time we complete an act, we get a life upgrade. So, what are the requirements to get a life upgrade?
I believe it's made up of score, which is composed of how fast you beat the level, how many rings you have, how many enemies you killed. All of that generates a final score, and if you've reached a certain final score for a certain level, we'll give you a continue.
Okay. And now in Act 3, now there's more water sections. So, what's up with that?
This is where Sonic 1 definitely comes to mind. The water's here. It's rising just like it did back in the original Labyrinth Zone. It's really nostalgic.
Yeah. So does like the needles on the side really play a big part?
Yeah, they're jabbing at you, just like the original Labyrinth Zone, and also, if I remember, Hydrosity. On Sonic 3, but I could be mistaken.
I think they did. I'm not sure, but Hydrosity didn't, like, if you were in the underwater section, you would cover a lot of water, but if you're in the higher section, you'll never probably pass a lot of water.
Yeah, they put that together well for a water stage. Being that Labyrinth Zone was the first water stage ever for Sonic, I think they kind of focused on this section right here, actually, the slides and the waterfalls. I'm sorry, you're kind of low. What'd you say?
Depending on what slide you pick, leads you to a new path.
Yep, the slides, if you keep sliding, you can actually keep sliding forever, and you have to jump off at the right one in order to make it out of there. You also have to jump and open up a switch, which we've seen that in the original Labyrinth Zone, as well as Ice Cap in Sonic 3.
Okay. And with this act, it forces you to always go on the water. Would there be like a higher path, like that would not make you force going to like in the water all the time, or it's always gonna be like this?
This particular stage, it's always gonna take you underwater on this section here.
So, what's the difference between like, going underwater and staying on top of the water?
Well, if you stay on top of the water, you're not going to drown, for one. That's always a good thing in a Sonic game. You're going to be able to move a lot quicker. And you're probably going to get through the stage a lot faster, actually.
And I see a lot of these cover sections. What's this?
Well, this one here, you can actually spin to tilt the level, and the water builds up pressure to let Sonic out of that little room that he's trapped in.
Yeah, so another slip and slide down scenario. Does it still play the same aspect like keep the slide down, just keep it going forever?
Yep, you'll keep going forever. For some reason, this also reminds me of Cannon's Core from Sonic Adventure, but don't ask me why.
I would like to know why, actually.
Honestly, I think it's because of the gold in the ground, and I remember in Cannon's Core the water was kind of a goldish color, and you kind of slipped and slide around in that game also.
Okay, sounds interesting. Now we're in the boss level. Is it gonna use another boss feeling like the old Sonic game did?
Yeah, the old Sonic games, you had a couple of chases where you have to kind of chase down Dr. Robotnik before the real boss fight, and that's pretty much what we're seeing here. Except if you don't keep up, you're gonna be underwater.
Okay. And it looks like that bandit's doing a great idea. Like, have to stop Sonic down in the water. And we're about to drown here.
Yep, that famous drowning music, you gotta love it.
And did it really frighten you as a kid? Like, and that music always came about, and you had to really jump out the water.
Oh, definitely. Even in real life, when I went swimming because I didn't know how to swim, that music just played in my head.
Well, you can swim now, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
And got the eggman out of the trap. What's this final boss going to be about?
This boss, to me, I seem to remember this boss coming from Sonic 3 or maybe Sonic Knuckles, where you had to kind of follow the pattern of the stage in order to hit him, but I could be mistaken.
I think you are. It might have been Sonic 2's Aquatic Ruin Zone, where you had to jump on side to side and hit Eggman, but this one's played out a bit differently.
Yeah, this one is reminiscent to that, where they have the little arrows shooting out on the side, and you try to jump up and hit Dr. Robotnik.
Oh yeah. And it's taken quite a while to actually get some hits against it. So it shows that he's having more like a damage resistance against Sonic every time you face him.
Yeah, I believe it does take a couple more hits to beat him than the earlier bosses, and this time you have to wait on the stage to actually hit him, and that was kind of frustrating for me.
Oh yeah. And you've completed another stage, so congrats. And what's the next stage going to be about?
Well, the next stage, I don't remember the name, but I do remember the, it's Mad Gear Zone. This is Metropolis Zone, like all the way from Sonic 2.
Oh, cool. So, is it going to be very annoying at Sonic 2? Because I remember there was great enemy level design placements in Sonic 2 that you'd always keep on getting hit by the badniks.
You're gonna see remnants of that in this stage here. Just like we saw that praying mantis throw his claws at Sonic. You're gonna see a lot of that in this stage. You're just gonna get hit out of the air for no apparent reason, and it's frustrating, but it feels right at home for a Sonic game.
Yeah. And with the home attack, do you think it would be much more faster, or that we've got the supersonic ability as well? If we could actually get 50 rings.
If we can get 50 rings, Supersonic is gonna blast through this stage like it's Green Hill Zone.
Okay, and the stars are back as well. Oh, we got hit by that. Oh, they're gonna appear a lot in the stage.
Yes, you're gonna see a ton of stars. If you get too close, they're gonna explode and hit you pretty much. So you can try to stay as far away from them as you can, but I usually hit them inevitably.
Okay. And I see them platforms that raise up to try and crush you at back. And do they have the same type of engagement as it did in Sonic 2? Where it was like, as soon as you see them rise on the platform and you try to run against them, you knew it was going to be automatic death.
It's just about the same. Unfortunately, you can get squished by them either on top or below, and just like in Sonic 2.
Okay, and we haven't really talked about the graphics in this game as well, and explain more about the graphics they used for this game.
They used a lot of shell shading. And for me, that was kind of awkward because Sonic's never been this shiny before, and I kind of got used to it. But I'm hoping that they make it a little bit more classic in Episode 2.
Okay. And would you actually call this 2.5D, or is it just strictly 2D from the graphics?
Being that the viewpoint stays, the camera stays right here, or we're seeing Sonic run either left or right, I'm gonna say it's a full 2D experience, but the graphics are definitely, they give you a 3D feel, especially back on the other casino stage when Sonic was running out at us on the cards.